Sorry guys, I've been on YouTube, my mic hasn't even been on.
Did you say your mic's not been on?
My mic's not been on YouTube.
Fucking hell.
Sorry guys, I've just done a top down. This is why nobody watches my streams. Because I'm a fucking idiot. Morning Nate. I was just about to say, why hasn't anyone told me? Then I realised nobody watches my streams. So, how can they? Morning mate. Sorry guys, I have been on mute. Well, I actually turned the mic on, but it was the wrong one. So it was the one that played the music. I just got a 30 minute selling. That's all nice, man. Nate's just caught the 30-minute. Right, yeah, I'm back on properly. So we're just doing a top down on NAS. We're waiting for potentially 30-minute close and then a top wick, but it's not looking really good now. So we'll wait for the 1 hour close. It's a 1 hour close below or above basically, but then a nice bottom wick. I'm going to quickly do a top down on gold, see if we can catch anything on gold. Look at that monthly candle. Get to fuck. Absolutely minging. Weekly.
I might just fucking go to work at this rate, mate.
Weekly. Well, it's the beauty about Forex, because there's times where I've done a top down, there's nothing, and then all of a sudden something pops out on a lower time frame. So you get in, you get an absolute corker. So it's just daily again, hugely bullish. No top wick, no bottom wick on this daily. I would have caught a lot of people out. This daily could do anything. 4. The 4 hasn't even closed bearish yet. 3 hasn't. 2 has. Bottom wick. You potentially could have took that too after top wick to come down, but you haven't got much to go off at all. I mean, look at this. Got an OB here. Got to see what price wants to do around here. You could potentially take buys. This is how I used to trade. OB. So for me to take buys, right, this is what I would need to see. This is the only thing I've got to go off. I'm not interested in the sells at the moment till we get some high time frame closures. But if you come and tap this and you get 2 breaks of structure, 1 on the 5 minutes, then you could probably take that up, back up, and that would just be maybe a flip on the 4. We've only got an hour and a half, so it'd have to happen pretty soon. But yeah, that's what I would probably want to see. Other than that, guys, I've really got nothing until we get some structure formed on gold. So it's probably not for me again to do. But this could just be a pullback to continue. Continuation up to the upside. And this is an area where, yes, you had a fair value gap here as well, which you came to. Nice big fair value gap. You've now covered the fair value gap. So yeah, I'll have to just see what price does in around here. But it's nothing for me now. Fortunately, look at this 30 now. Naughty. Does not really help. What we could do, just the 30 is closing respected. Look at all the times the 30 is close respecting. 30 close respecting here, even though it drove down but pulled back to this level. And then all the other times, this one pulled up to this level as well. Close respecting, and then he drove down. That doesn't help. I think we've got to wait for the 1. I think the 1 is the only one. This 1 level.
look at that pullback on the 30.
Yeah, naughty, isn't it?
Mm.
So it depends on the one. So if the one closes respecting this level, we're probably looking at coming back up. Please. Yeah. But if the one closes below, even this one, we should be driving down. Or if we don't close at the level, so we close here, the next one, top wick, still drive down. So yeah, it's probably all on this one. 30 is going to close. So 30 is going to close out. I'm just a bit cautious with the 30 now. If I get a nice big top wick, if I get a top wick to this, right? I can't use this one. If I get a top wick to there, I'll potentially sell stop underneath the 30. But I need a top wick to that. Otherwise, I will just wait on the one for the 1 hour close. Yeah, because the only time the 30 is closed just below like this is here. And look what the new 30 done. The new 30 pushed down to this level and also pushed up to this level. So if stops above this for a chance to get out, I'll put stops there. So if we have stops, maybe like that. Because what I'm looking at is if the 30 does flip back up, should come to that. If the 30 does flip back up, should come to that. Could we not take a win back sell if you push up on this 30? So what would that look like? I'm just thinking out loud here, guys. So if this 30 now pushed up, tap this, could we then see a rejection from this level, like this, 30 to tap, and then flip and close bearish? That's the hour closing below, and the new hour opens up, top wick, and drives through. Yeah, we could do that. Could do that, that's as long as we don't drive down now. And if the 30 does flip, this 30 now can come to here. This 30 can come as far as this level and then still reject back up. So let's see what it does. If it drives through, obviously that was the move. But if this 30 comes to here and then flips back up to the upside, I'm interested in a wing back sell from here. As long as there's enough time for the 30 to come down, activate, and then close bearish. That's exactly what this 30 done. This one. And then that would be the hour closing below. Therefore, you would be taking the hour trade anyway. So let's see if this 30 can come and tap. What was that? This level. I'm not getting a wing back buy on though, guys. If this candle had closed respected, yeah, I'd be interested in a wing back buy. So this is an area it could reject from. Let's see if it rejects. The only way I would put a trade on is a swoop entry, and my stops would literally be below there, and it'd be like $50. That's it. I'd risk about $50 to see if this is going to reject. But I'm not into that at the moment because we broke the lows. on, calm your tits. Okay, that completely fucked us off. Thanks, Naz. Really nice. What does that mean now? What does that mean? What does that mean? Okay, we know we can wick down here. And the pull back. This one pull back to there, this one pull back to there. Are we on this one? It's going to be interesting how this 30 closes. Which is the one. Let's took my advantage point away now. Because we broke a low. We're going to need a steep top wick now. So it's probably the same situation. As long as the one closes below this, I'm now going to need a steep top wick depending on where this one closes. So if this one closed here, I would then need a steep top wick to tap previous support at least. But the downside to that is your next resistance level there. So I don't think I wouldn't get in. So this one's really got to pull back, otherwise it's going to be no trade. Wait.
Oh, Pete. Oh, fucking hell. Why did we miss that trade, eh?
I know, mate. I know. See what this 30 does. This might play out perfect here, though. If this one can pull back for us. Get that top wick. That.
Well, you're looking at a wing back 5. Are you
I'm looking at a wing back sell. Really, if the one closes below here, we're bearish, right? I would probably think the body of the candles need to come to this level. These ones did. These ones did. So even if you pull back and you're left with a big long wick, you get a top wick, you should still get a wick fill down to here with the body of the candles. But how steep's the top wick going to be? Well, we know that the 30 can come all the way to here. So yeah, we might be in on the next trade. Where the heck is this? It's this area what's putting us off now, because this is your next sign of resistance here and you build it. I'm not sure we're going to drive through like this one did. I would like to.
I'm actually devastated that I missed that trade.
Don't be, man. There'll be loads of others.
I just seem to miss like trades that play out and get in on the ones that don't.
Yeah, but you've just got to understand that that is literally part of trading. You've got to miss loads of corkers, loads of them, and you can't dwell on them. You just gotta move on to the next one. Move on to the next one. Okay, the only thing I can grab hold of here is when you do come down, you're all tap this level. So I would probably say this is our advantage point. So if the one can close bearish, I get a top wick. And then we could take sells down to, that's our vantage point. I mean, that would have been my advantage point this low. There's the liquidity. Took the liquidity now. $20 for a 1 hour close. So we know that the one can really wick down and then pull back like this one. So the one wick down, pull back, close below, and then the new one opened up, top wick, flipped, and drove down. So if we can get in on that, fantastic. Even if we get it wrong, price still taps it here, pulls back down. So if we take the wing back, I think I would take the wing back. I think I would, yeah. But you would have to go risk free at this level. You'd have to, in case you tap, and then you carry on up. Stops on that one. Can we put stops a bit higher up? This level. 30 pips, I suppose. Yeah, we'll probably put stops there with a wing back here, but you're only looking at grabbing at 15 pips, take partial. But you're just trying to see if you're on this. Tap, reject, gone. Because remember, the daily can flip to the upside at any point. Remember that. Oh, come on, calm down. Fucking hell, come on. If the one closes down here, over, so this is the range I'm in here, between this and this, and if the one closes over 50%, it's not for me. It's probably not for me. We've missed the move. That's it down to here. Just thinking though, are we going to reject from here? I don't think I would take it. I think if anything, the way price is pushing, I'd take a wing back buy here. Is the one push to that? I don't even think I would take that. Look at that. Not very good, guys. Very good. Not very good if you're watching on TikTok.
What's happening with gold?
Hey, Dan!
Good morning.
What are you doing on here? It's not Thursday.
It's not. It's not.
What are you on, bloody naughty you?
I know.
Naughty.
I'm unwell again. It's been bad, yeah, for sickness for me, to be fair.
Yeah.
All the time.
It's not ideal, is it? Yeah, we wanted an hour close below this level. We potentially could have took the 30, but it didn't give us much of a bottom weight and just drove down.
Yeah.
It's just, oh mate, gold. Fuck it. You don't even want to know. Gold is minging at the minute. It's at an OB where this could just be a pullback to carry on. So if I get 2 breaks of structure to the upside from here now. So if I get this on the 5-minute time frame, up, structure, formed, that's 1 break. And if I make another one, another break, then I would take the 5 up. Stops would just be the low. Okay, so this is like OB method. But that is literally all I've got on gold. Other than that, we're on NAS. We've got a potential on NAS here. All depends on where this hour closes. If this hour pulls back and closes less than 50% of this range, so above here basically, then we can look at getting in to come down. If it doesn't, then probably gonna have to wait even longer. Small candles, or we'll have a look at J30 or UK 100 FTSE. Because you fill this range. We had a lovely advantage point, but it's just filled it with one candle. This is your next level now, so you need to know what's going to happen here. And if we look left, look at that. These are 1 hour candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candles before it decides to do anything on that area. Yes, this area tapped and then pushed back up. But if you look at the difference to this one here, this one does close respected. Could we look to see if we're going to get the one back in? We technically haven't broke out on the one. And if we break out on the one and we close respecting like this one, could we get a closure back into the range with the new one? And if so, what would that look like in the fives? Let's see how this one closes first. So yeah, if the one pulls back like this, as long as it closes below this level, I get a top wick, got a potential win back sell, also sell stops underneath to come down. Oh yeah, it's really hard now though because it's took our advantage point away, so we haven't really got an advantage point. We are literally relying on hope that this hour comes back and closes somewhere around here and then a top wick for a wing back sell. We're relying on hope that the body of the candles need to come down and fill like this one, or hope that we drive through like that.
Hope it's not a good trading companion.
Hope is not a good. We don't want to rely on hope, do we?
No, we don't. I used to be like a full-blown addict to hopium.
Oh, hope for you.
It's rough. It's really rough.
But stand by though, because if this hour opens up first, pushes down, breaks the lows, might have a buy stop above the wall to come back up. So you gotta take notice. The 15-minute range is all over at the moment. I think this goes right through this area. Hey, what are you doing to me, NAS? Why don't you just make it easy for me? Just me though, no one else. Just me. Because you do tend to get a top wick. I suppose this one. Yeah, a bit of a top wick. It's going to be interesting how this one closes. Because you've got a one range there. So are you going to close respecting this? Or are you going to break the low, come down and then mess about? Minutes. Okay, let's have a quick look at UK 100. Look at that trade from yesterday. I put this on yesterday, but I put it on with a small lot. It wasn't huge amounts of money. It was a lovely trade. Similar. We have got some sort of structure. So look, we've created structure. This is what we want. Create structure now. And then we've got structure to this. So that's the range we're in. It's off the weekly. Bullish on the weekly. Haven't filled the range in regards to the body of the candles. we have wicked. Do we need a steep top wick? One wick, sorry. How steep is it going to come? Daily. That's the daily. Daily close bearish. 6 hour close bullish. Is that a car hold then?
It was.
Are you out about that?
I'm not. I'm in the bedroom. Somebody outside.
I know where I like trading and trying to catch pips.
No respect, mate.
No respect. Okay, the 4 could be pretty. 3, 2. Sort of all the moves that have happened. All happened. Makes it really difficult now. And what we have got though is at least UK 100. That's the range of UK 9264. So if you get a 1 close, you're free falling straight down to it. But how do you get in? Because you don't get a pullback, so you could just enter. But I don't like just entering. I do like to have a nice pullback. You are free falling all the way down to this level. Yeah, but stops need to be. Stops a bit too big just for that. You'd be like that. You'd sort of need stops above here, but then your target's only that. Because you'd expect a rejection from here to come back up. So I just wouldn't take it, but you know that price is coming down here.
Directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, you know, I like your work or whatever that is.
If I get a steep top wick,
I would visualize.
if I get a steep top wick with a new hour,
Wanted or whatever, drive home and think, well, I do have these things.
that previous support,
Have a hold of them yet, but they're out there.
might get in on this.
For $10 million.
On UK 100, so the footsie. So make sure you've got it on your
5 years.
on your MT4s.
And I dated it Thanksgiving 1995. Just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make $10 million in dollars.
Oh, Sol is on MT5. I didn't know that. UK 100, do you say?
Yeah, UK 100.
Choose your fighters.
All of them are dropped.
Lightning inspired. Fight.
All of them have set up nice, really, at 8 o'clock. Oh, look at oil. Oil's pretty stable at the moment. Just stay within these levels. Maybe it's just high, isn't it? So weekly closed doors, eh? Daily. Missed that as well. I mean, no bottom. Still, you're free falling to where it's tapped. We've missed quite a lot of trades, guys, at 8 o'clock, unfortunately. But it doesn't mean that we now force a trade because we think we've missed the move. We've still got to just be disciplined and wait for our setup, or wait for a setup. Because this is what Forex wants you to do. It wants you to get in and think you've missed a move, and it's teasing you to get in. Let's see what this hourly does. I just don't know whether I would take this now. Now it's just fill the range. If we get an hour fake out back in, fantastic.